Good morning, guys. Well, it is 7 o'clock here at the Sweet Home Hotel, and it's a little wet outside, but I think it should be breakfast time pretty soon. Let's head out and see what we've got. Hello, ăn breakfast ở đây hay là bên kia?
Cái gì anh nhỉ?
Ăn breakfast ở bên đây hay là bên kia?
Ở đây luôn anh.
Ở đây luôn.
Dạ. Mình ăn bây giờ luôn hả anh?
Dạ.
Hay là mình chờ mọi người?
Cái ăn bây giờ tại cần film á.
Anh ăn bây giờ.
Dạ. But yeah, you eat breakfast here right on the front patio by reception. It actually it's very calm and peaceful. Coming out here at exactly 7 before everyone else does. Though it is, again, mentioned again, it is monsoon season, so there aren't a whole lot of people here, but it's just so peaceful and quiet. But we'll catch up once the menu gets here. Alright, so my food has arrived. You do have a choice of a noodle soup or a Vietnamese sandwich, banh mi. But you know, like the banh mi is kind of ordinary. But you know, when it comes to the soup, homemade stock and everything, that's kind of what I would prefer to compare and see what it's like, because you know that's probably the better choice overall. But let's see how this is, and let's see how everything works with one hand. I also got a Vietnamese milk coffee, which, man, looks really good. Got a gigantic full glass here. Breakfast is part of the price. Though I did promise you guys a lunch review. Well, that didn't really work out. The family was really hungry. Things were moving kind of quickly. And that really was not the best time to film. But what I have to say is, lunch was actually really good. I'll explain that a little bit later. But we have a clear noodles here. But let's see, let me get the spoon. Let's actually try the broth first, because that's usually the main star of the show, really. Let's see. The broth is actually nice and light. I did ask for some lime and peppers to make it a little spicy, because I do like it that way. The soup is actually quite light, and it's not heavy at all. It's very average tasting, actually. It's not like anything special. But let's try a bit of the meat. The meat is tender. It has a bit of a tiny bit of connective tissue, collagen, other things. But yeah, it's actually pretty good. Let's try the noodles. Let's see how well they're made. Oop. So the thing with the clear noodles here is that they can be quite slippery, which yeah, just if you want, I do have the full arrangement of utensils, so you can get the fork if you want. Though I'm not sure that's going to be any easier. The noodles actually still have a bit of a snap to them. They're not like completely soft, which I actually prefer. Hey, come on. But let's put the lime in here, and let's be stupid about it. Put all. Okay. Oh, okay. So let's see. Let's see how this is with the lemon and the peppers. I'm pretty sure that'll change it quite a bit. But let's try the vegetables. Let's see. Wow, okay. Carrot, it was like drinking soup. It just fell apart. This has been steeped for quite a while. This has been hot for quite a while. Yeah, everything is. You only need your teeth to eat the noodles. That's it. You don't need teeth for anything else. Everything is so super tender. Since the soup is so neutral, let's say, it really picks up flavors very well with whatever you want to add to it. Like if you think it's not salty enough, just ask for some fish sauce, and you can pour it in, and you can make it saltier. Chilies, lime, whatever you want, and it picks up the flavors really well because I didn't add a lot of lime. It's just a tiny piece of lime, but in the broth, because it is neutral, you can taste it really well. Oh yeah, the lime's definitely there. Quite strong actually. And I really like that. You can adjust the flavors to however you want, but the base soup is normal, a little flat, let's say. But that is not true at all with this Vietnamese coffee, because I've mixed everything up. The milk and the sugars are dissolved completely, and it is incredibly strong. Ooh, that is a good coffee. They mix it really, really well. You get a lot of caffeine in this by just sitting outside in this beautiful garden, or technically the garden is over here and in the back, and well, it's surrounded, it's everywhere. So this is a really, really nice place to sit, and you are covered. So even if it rains, it's perfectly fine. But this is just a beautiful place. It really, really is. I couldn't imagine that this isn't like a full-blown thing that they just recently opened last year, and yeah, it's just absolutely amazing. The service is great. Like, you ask them for anything and they'll do it. This is like, oh, if I had to guess, maybe half a kilometer away from the beach. It's not that bad, but the best part is that they have golf cart rides for free, so they can take you to the beach if you want. That doesn't take long at all. They also have a different dining area in the back. If you want something a little bit more private, they also have dining area inside as well, which is great. There's just a lot of room here. There really is. And the locale, you are about 5 kilometers away from the night market. If you take a taxi over there, for us it cost about 120K. So about $6 for a car taxi. So that's not a terrible price, but it is much more expensive than Ho Chi Minh City or most other places. Being on an island is not the cheapest thing to do. So just be prepared to pay a little bit more. But as Western standards go, it's still quite cheap, to be honest. It's still very affordable here. But yeah, that is the Sweet Home Hotel, and I really, really recommend it. It's actually fantastic. The people here are so nice. You can, one of the other things that I forgot to mention, if you want to rent a motorbike, you can just let them know, and they can have motorbikes delivered here, like immediately, instead of having to go out to find them, which is, I think, is a very helpful benefit. They say on average it's about 150K per day. So about $7, a little less than $7 a day actually. So that's not bad. That's not bad at all. And I highly recommend it because the taxis are quite expensive. You know, a single taxi ride could cost the same as an entire day's rental for a motorbike. So especially if you're going to go to multiple places, which you will. You're not just going to go to one place and then head back, hopefully. But renting a motorbike is way, way cheaper, and it'll allow you to see whatever you want to see. So, yeah, absolutely, highly recommended. Though I do have to mention that the beach near here It's has a bit of trash there. It's not the cleanest beach, but if you just want to see the scenery, or if you want to walk down the beach a bit to other locations, like that's perfectly fine too. But yeah, the beach like right on the road down there. Um, it's not the cleanest, but but yeah, there's just so much of the island to see, and this is kind of on the western coast of it, and it's like, I guess you can kind of call it in the middle of the island, so you can head up or down, north or south, and you can see whatever beach you want over here, and yeah, and the night market is just south of here, about 5 kilometers. Not a long ride at all. And obviously, you don't have to go at night. You can go during the daytime for the rest of the city. But yeah, everything is actually pretty close to here. Pretty good locale. Obviously, it's not like in the city, so you're not gonna be able to just walk out and go find street food or anything here. So that is a little bit more difficult, but it's fine if you know have a rented motorbike, take a quick little stroll down and get what you want. But I don't think that's so bad. For some people it is, but for me, you know, I wouldn't want to stay in an an average city hotel just because I might have to get up late at night to find some street food. I'd rather stay at a special place, you know, even if it is a tiny bit away. But yeah, definitely recommended. The staff here is super nice. Just don't be afraid to ask them anything, and it is gorgeous here. Like this is, as far as unique goes, this is fairly unique. You can't get this anywhere else. But Sweet Home Hotel, folks. Have a great day. So one of the things I wasn't paying attention to was that this is actually a breakfast buffet, even though it's menu ordered. So I want to be a bit of a pig and I get multiple coffees because the Vietnamese iced coffee here is actually really, really, really good. They make it really strong, and it is fantastic. Get as many as you want because you know, when you're ordering as much as I do, it's not cheap ordering individually. So get as much as you want from the breakfast buffet here. It is fantastic. One of the best coffees I've had actually here.
Không chịu hả? Lắc bụng được không? Con lắc bụng được không? Không, con muốn mày ơi.
Is there really a better reason to stay here?
Bà ơi hả?
I don't think there is.
Ok, để cô bắt cho ba nha. Bài nào ấy nhỉ? Cái này không có à? Hai đứa nữa hả? Cái nào? Là bài này đúng không? Rồi. Cái này cái gì? Hay quá. Nè, tặng quà. Ngày xưa ngày xưa.